Welcome to the CAD Builder video tutorial series. In this video, we will review functions from recent updates, what they do, and how they may be put to use in designing closet cabinets. We will begin by creating the catalog and construction method that we need. Make a new library by going to the Catalogs module and click Create from Existing Catalog. We will select CAD Builder Catalog Template from the drop-down menu and name it. For this example, I'll call it Catalog Template 2. Once initialized, notice the catalog comes with a new closet category with a few subcategories for floor-mounted, wall-mounted, and corner closet cabinets. These are useful for kickstarting your closet library build, as well as jumping straight into designing. Both the default and the starter templates have these closet categories. We will use a separate ladder toe kick box for this upcoming closet, meaning we will need to have an appropriate construction method. For this video, we will take the trial frameless separate toe kick construction method and change the toe kick construction type to floating toe kick. This takes the toe kicks away from the base and tall cabinets and raises them to the toe kick height, ready to sit on top of a separate common toe box. We will see how we can put this to use in the design. Now let's begin the new design. This will be a U-shaped walk-in closet, so we'll initialize the room from the layout section with a square room. We'll make it 7 foot by 7 foot, and then we'll have an 8-foot wall height and 4-inch wall thickness, and then we'll click Apply. Instead of a door, we will apply an open door frame by going to the Doors section, accessing the Door Frames category, and dragging DF-C into the design. Center action will allow for easy entering onto the southern wall. Once the door is in place, we will remove Wall A's front zone, since it will not have cabinets on it and can stand in the way. Now we will use the closet cabinets. First, we will go to the floor standing corner subcategory and drag in the R cabinet for the right-hand corner and the L cabinet for the left-hand corner. With some cabinets now in place, we will assign the construction method that we had created along with the rest of the global options, and then we'll click Apply. The space in the middle has 18 inches left over, and we will increase that by going into the left-hand cabinet's wireframe editor and adjusting the width right to 26 inches. All pie cut corner cabinets now have these special depth left, depth right, and width left, width right to get to the required shape. We will save this change and do the same on the right-hand cabinet by adjusting its width left to 26 inches. Going back to the plan view, we see that the new space in the middle is a healthy 32 inches. We will use this gap to bring in a closet rod drawer box combo cabinet, CF9030DH. Put it anywhere in the space. We will want the cabinet to fully fill the space between the corner cabinets. We could do this manually by resizing and relocating the cabinet, or we can use a new action, Expand Both. This will resize the cabinet to expand to both the left and rightmost edges of the area around it and occupy the space. It bumps against any surrounding cabinets and makes resizing products a breeze. Expand right and expand left do the same, but only in one direction. You can also perform this action within the elevation view. Selecting a cabinet will reveal arrows pointing to the left, right, and up, which we could click and drag to resize the product manually. Looking back at the design, we can see the corner cabinets have a double side between themselves and the centered cabinet. We can now bypass such a redundancy by directly disabling those sides. Let's select the right corner cabinet, open up the wireframe editor, select the left side, then click on the left side panel sub-element and look at its attributes. You will notice a new attribute called Enabled. If this sub-element is disabled, then the part is taken out of the cut list, but the adjacent pieces do not fill in the empty space. Now, let's turn Enabled back on and select the main side element and look to its attributes instead. You will notice it too has an Enabled attribute. Disable it from here and the part is taken both out of the cut list as well as out of the construction, meaning adjacent pieces like shelves will fill in the gap. Disable the main left side element and repeat this for the right side as well in preparation for the upcoming cabinets. We will also disable the left and right sides of the left corner cabinet. Let's populate the rest of the cabinets once back in the plan view. We will bring in a CF9030H2 into the design without attaching it to a wall yet, followed by a CW9030HLF2 directly to the left of the former product. We can merge these two units into one cabinet by casting a net over them and selecting Merge within the attributes. This will take two or more cabinets and welds them together into one by combining shared sides into partitions and end styles into one mid style. This can be done only when cabinets are the same depth and height and they are sitting flush in the same orientation. Once merged, select the cabinet and inspect its wireframe construction. You will notice that the end side on the wall-mounted section is cut short from the bottom. This is because there are some new controls that allow for this. For example, click on the left side and look at its attributes. There, it has adjustments from each edge front, back, top, and bottom. A positive number will extend the piece, whereas a negative one will take away. As already seen, the wireframe menu can make use of closet rods. These are implemented as interior shelf-type elements, so they are present within the Elements tab with relevant attributes. For example, this closet rod is 9 inches away from the front, but we can change it to 7 inches to account for the cabinet depth by typing in 7 inches in the front adjustment field. Closet rods can also come with connectors, which may have a drilling pattern associated with them, meaning you can pre-drill holes for rod or connector locations. The wireframe menu can also host non-cabinet decorative items. These decorative items can be attached to individual parts or can be brought into the cabinet as a whole. For instance, let's say we want to decorate the top right closet rod with some clothes. Select the rod from the Interior Parts group and look to its attributes. We see a section called Decorative Items. Click Add Item to open the Deco Selection menu. Use the top left drop-down menu to select from Appliances, Deco Items, or Rev-A-Shelf. In this case, we will do Decorative Items. We then go to Clothes, Men's Clothing, pick Shirt 3H, and click Select. This will then attach the shirts model onto the rod as a sub-element. We must resize and place it appropriately, but first we will change the width of the cabinet to be 51 inches to fit in the plan view. Click the Decorative Item sub-element under the closet rod for placement, size, and rotation controls. We will first resize it to a width of 23 inches, height of 33, and depth of 24. We also want to shift it to the right, down, and towards the front, so we will type in 25 for the X, negative 32.75 for the Y position, and negative 12.5 for Z. We will save the cabinet, then go back to the plan view and drag it into the empty space on the left next to the corner cabinet. Let's make the final merged cabinet. Bring in a CF9030DS, then place a CF9030SH to its right. Then we will resize it to 51 inches and place it into the empty right-hand space. As demonstrated, the Merge feature allows for an alternative approach to designing more complex cabinets. If you have the constituent modules on hand, then bring them into the design, resize as appropriate, then merge and check the wireframe menu for any further changes relevant to the product. It will save time if those modules already have the correct opening heights, so there's no need for repetitive editing. For example, The CF9030DS has a bank of 4 drawers on the bottom section. We will now edit their drawer front sizes. There are some new editor controls that will help with this. We will look to the front sections and start with the topmost drawer. Let's say we want this one to have a 7-inch drawer front height, and the same for the one that is 2 spaces below it. And the second and fourth drawer boxes from the top will be of equal height from the leftover space. Select the drawer element and activate the Fixed Height checkbox. Uncheck it for the bottommost drawer and for the second one from the top. Then activate it for the drawer front 2 spaces below the first. This will ensure that those cells will always maintain the same height no matter what changes are enacted to adjacent cells. Now select the first drawer front from the top. You will notice that each of the dimension fields for the cell opening and front have an arrow next to them. This indicates where the change is enforced when modifying values. Go to door height, point the arrow down, and make it 7 inches tall. This will force the bottom boundary to move, affecting the cell below. Now do the same for the third drawer front to get a 7-inch front. Now we need the 2 leftover drawers to be equal heights. The easiest way to do this is to average them out. Select the second drawer, look to its front height, and copy the value. Then we'll go to the bottommost drawer, and in the door height field, we write the mathematical expression to average them out. Add 1/2, asterisk, parentheses in front of the original value, followed by pasting in the previously copied height and the plus sign. Add a closing parentheses at the end. Press Enter and the expression is calculated and the change enforced. Notice that the change in size bumped over the drawer front above because it was marked as a fixed height instead of just making it smaller. This effectively means that the second drawer front was made smaller to account for this change. We will save this cabinet and exit back to the plan view. The final part is adding the ladder toe kick base, and this is done by adding separate toe kick box constructions that can be created from any cabinet. We will do this by first copying the middle CF9030 cabinet and pasting it outside the room. We will then enter its wireframe editor and convert it by opening the Type drop-down list and selecting Toe Kick Base. This removes all the cabinet parts and introduces only the relevant toe kick pieces. We will also rename this to Toe Kick Box. The side toe kicks are already set to the preferred side type, in this case unfinished sides. This means the unfinished toe recess depth applies to the sides, although the toe kick parts attributes can be modified like normal cabinets. The individual parts can also be changed to different types. For instance, if we select the left side toe kick and access the type menu again, we can change this specific side to a front, back, finished side, or unfinished side toe edge. We will keep these sides at unfinished side toe kick, save the product, and exit. We will resize the box width to the full length on wall C, so 26 plus 32 plus 26, and hit copy, followed by 2 paste to make 3 boxes total. The new boxes will be 66 inches wide. These 2 will now move into place, starting with the widest on wall C and the 2 smaller ones on the left and right. Accessing the elevation reveals the result, a room of closet cabinets installed on top of a set of toe kick boxes. Recent updates have improved the closet cabinet designing in CAB Builder. We look forward to your creations. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video. To view additional video tutorials, please visit www.cabbuildersoftware.com/training.